We're on.
Alright, folks, it's Monday, 20th of May, 2019. So what's happening today? Apparently this weekend, the mayor, Buttigieg, or whatever his name is, had a town hall, made an impression, and of course everybody's talking in the news about him. I think I need to sum up the Democratic primary for you now. The hierarchy, the deep state, the Democratic Party, all of the candidates that are running, except Biden, have not a chance. I don't believe that one of them will pull through in any way, shape, or form. Of course, you have New Hampshire. New Hampshire's going to look good for Bernie Sanders. It always does. He's a neighbor. It's also probably one of the most liberal states in the nation. I've heard tell that Sanders and Warren, both having neighboring states, can divide it out. I believe whichever one of those two wins New Hampshire, the other will effectively end their campaign. It'll be over. Joe Biden right now looks to be the person that they're going to run. I can't believe it. And in many ways, I don't believe it. I don't think he's the person. I don't think he has the magic. He doesn't draw crowds. He's going to be 78 years old. I don't think he's it. You know, when they sit back and say he's leading in the polls, let me tell you, folks, he's carrying 33% of the Democratic Party polling. 33%. That means 60% of it is going for people younger, different colors, different sexual tendencies. That's a lot. That's a lot. And I don't think some of those people, someone you need to know, Bernie Sanders people, if Biden, they're not going to flip support Biden. They're just not. There'll be a grudge battle again. They will be hurt and feel left out. Any of the other candidates support, they're not going to go with Biden. Those people want a new millennial leadership, and they're not going to take an old white guy. They're just not going to do it. And I figure Biden very soon, that's my opinion, could be wrong. I figure very soon you're going to see Biden try to pick a black female as his running mate early to try to tender some of that millennial vote and give them something that they can at least hang on to. But I don't think it'll work. So at this point, guess what? It's probably going to be Biden as it stands now in a race between Biden and Trump. It's not good for us. As I have told you, Joe Biden is there to calm down the fear of socialism. Do you hear me? He's there to calm down the fear of socialism. Now let's add it up. On their side, to get their soft vote to vote, to come out no matter what, if it's raining, snowing, sleeting, earthquakes, whatever. Look what they've got on their side. They've got reparations for the blacks. If you're a black person in America and somebody's weighing the possibility of giving you money, you're going to probably go out and vote for it, even if you don't think it's really true, but you got to at least see it. They're paying off student loans. Now, if you don't think that'll work, look at the guy that's supposed to get this predominantly black college this weekend, and in his commencement commencement speech, he announced to the group that he was picking a path for all of the graduating students, student loans, to pay them off for, which I thought was a terrific thing. I wish we had more rich people to do the same. But did you see the response? I just witnessed the whistle of people thinking, my God, what if we could get our college debt paid off? That come out to vote. Then you've got free health care. They think just going into the doctor the way the Democrats plan it out, that you just go to the doctor, whatever your problem is, you pay nothing. Everybody's covered. That's not true, but that's what they're going to think. So they got sweeteners galore. We don't. We have one thing to fight with, and that is to make our soft base keenly aware that this is the last election that we're going to have a chance to stop socialism. It's the last chance. And Biden's in there, you damning that. You know, it's hard. It's not been hard to get people, the soft base for us, to understand socialism so far, because many of the candidates on the Democratic, in the Democratic primary, are actually coming out and saying it. Democratic socialism, they're calling it. That gives us a tremendous advantage. Then when Biden comes in and he calms it down, says it's not so, it's going to make it harder for us to get our base to understand it still is on. The battle's still on. Nothing's going to change. We're talking about socialism. And whether you call it socialism, democratic socialism, or you call it Tompkins, it matters not. What it is, it is. And then we got to remind everyone the figure that most scares me. When I say this is the last election, remember, our base, entire Trump base, has a goodly percentage of 55 plus. In 4 years after 2020, by the year 2024, there will be less of us around. In that same 4-year period, the millennials will grow. And the chances in 2024 of us having enough older conservative votes to change much of anything are going to be slim if we don't win in 2020. Now you may ask, okay, if we win in 2020, we're not going to stop the older people from dying off. We're not going to stop the millennials from coming in at the voting age and getting more active. So will it not be the same thing in 2024? Are we not on an inevitable path to socialism? Well, I'll tell you, we're close. We're very close to an inevitable path to socialism. I'm not going to get you. We're very close. But the key is that President Trump wins in 2020. And if you use the logic, the numbers, remember, I told you President Trump loses in 2020. The chances of the Republicans keeping control of the Senate will be slim to none. Very few people are going to walk in, vote against Trump, and turn around and vote for a Republican for the Senate. It's not going to happen. But watch this. If Trump wins in 2020, there is a good chance that there will be the reverse of that. People that go in and vote for Trump Bush, Republican House, Republican Senate, and didn't accomplish a thing. I know that. It's different with Trump. Those members of the Republican Party, if they break away from Trump, if he has victory in 2020, they know they'll be seeing their faith. And remember, what's the one thing they care about? The only thing they care about, and that's their job. And if they get control of both houses with Trump as president, I assure you they will understand that if they cross Trump, which is crossing us, by the way, if they cross us, they're going to be there about another 2 years and that's it. They will hold the line in the bubble to help us get our country back. And with the plans that President Trump has to bring our country back, he's not going off any magic show. He's simply bringing us back, trying to get us back to fiscal responsibility. That's all he's trying to do. Just make it make sense. All this big hoopla of China and this big thing with China, and you know what he means? It just makes sense. We cannot keep getting our butts kicked by China with our trade relations. We can't do it. If they're going to keep violating intellectual properties, then what's the point? If they're going to keep undercutting everything we do in this country through our labor force, then what's the point? Trump's got it right. He's got it right from a common sense perspective. What about the border? There's nothing President Trump is talking about on the border that's anything but absolute bottom line common sense. We cannot keep bringing 100,000 illegals into this country every month. We can't do it. We can't do it, and especially if you will do what I mean. And every time you hear of 100,000, put a price tag of 74,000 each per year. And you can see that no matter how vibrant our economy might look to be, it can't pay that bill. It can't. So all he's doing is just making sense. What doesn't make sense is the Democrats. The Democrats fighting at every turn. I understand fighting in politics. Trust me, I do. The folks, I'm telling you, the Democrats, in the interest of hurting President Trump, they're destroying their families. They're committing treason as far as I'm concerned. They're walking away from a threat to this nation. Number one, a physical threat with the money that has cost them. The security threat from the criminals that are coming in with the drugs, and the national security threat with the terrorists that are able to come into this country just by walking across the border. Do you really believe that they're, let me ask you this, let me put it another way. Do you believe in your heart of hearts, all of you listening to me now, do you believe that there are people in the world that we call terrorists that want to come into this country and kill as many of us as they can? Do y'all believe that? I do. I know it's true, but it's up to you whether you do. Now, if it's true, and there are people in this world that want to come into this country and kill us, do you not see that they're sitting there licking their chops at how easy it is to cross the border? You see how easy it is to come into this country? Do you think they're not noticing that? Do you? I'm telling you, we have a national security threat to that southern border. And the Democrats refuse to set down and get down to business to fix it. And they've got their progressive judges, their communists, I call that, they would say communist, socialist judges that are in place, that whatever Trump does to executive order, they'll cancel or stop. And you might wonder, why they stop it? Well, all they've got to do is stop it. And then they put a stay. By putting a stay, a judge stops whatever President Trump is going to do. He says we're going to do this. They get in front of the judge puts a stay on it, holds it up until it can be adjudicated. Now you're talking a year to 2 years. Well, the stay means he can't do it until it gets to trial. And then it's going into big courts at the federal court level until it gets to the Supreme Court. And then that's another 2 years. The Democrats are doing it to us. Right now, that's not President Trump, that's the Democrats. All President Trump's trying to do is what makes sense. And you can be an avid supporter of President Trump. You can be just a moderate supporter of President Trump. You can even be highly suspicious of President Trump, but you must judge him as I do at home. Judge him on what he's doing, not what he says, not the way he says it, and certainly not the way the media tells us he says it. Think about it. There's another thing that I'm thinking about this experience had today or this weekend. Iran. You wonder why is Iran all of a sudden popping up and challenging President Trump? You want to know why? All over the world, in other countries, most of the news that comes from this nation is carried on CNN. And so if you're sitting in another country and you're looking at America from the outside, and all you see is the world in America according to CNN and how they portray President Trump. They're showing you an incredibly weak president who's about to be impeached, who is nothing but a criminal robot. And that everything, they can't do anything. So then you take a country like Iran and they buy into it. And so yeah, they're going to challenge you. Yes, they're going to push it. And then that puts President Trump, as it would any president, not just him, it would put any president into a game of checkmate. President Trump can't sit back and let Iran settle. President Trump cannot sit back and let Iran control the Straits of Hormuz. Mediterranean Sea can't let that happen. No president can. No president can. Now President Trump's telling the truth. And Iran better is. Because we are yet to see a President Trump that's weak on his commitments. And when he says, if Iran pushes it to war between us and Iran, it will go swiftly. It will. If nobody else gets involved, if the rest of the world don't chime in, there won't be anything that scorched earth in the place we now know as Iran. They don't want to go there. And they may think they'll have the support of all the rest of the world against us. Iran better do a little homework. So many nations in this world, and listen to me, so many nations in this world, certainly in the region of the Middle East, rely heavily on money and aid from America. And then now, in a pinch, want to cut their own throat just to help Iran. They're just not going to do it. Now I know the money that we pay these other countries doesn't go to the people. I know that. But I tell you what I do know, in a time like this, it is beneficial. The money we pay these countries, guess where it goes? It goes to the the story woman. So that's the rant. That's where we are. Where we are today. On the front of investigating the investigators, I can assure you, as best I can, that is moving swiftly, a lot faster than I thought. We will start seeing some of the opening volleys very soon, I believe, not opinion. We'll see it very soon. Will it be enough to stop the people that are anxious? Will it be enough to stop the people that are tired, waiting for something to happen now, want it all to be solved overnight? Well, it's not going to fix that. It's not. This is serious. We are unraveling one of the greatest mysteries in the history of this nation. It's not a joke. It's not a movie. It's not a book. It's real. And it's got to be taken apart piece by piece. And we all think we know, again, we all think we know how it is if we could just get it to court. But again, I remind you, I've told you this before and I'll say it again. The judicial system that we have presently is totally at the federal level, completely at the federal level, controlled by the progressive socialists. They have it, we don't. So going to court is not the quick, easy fix that you might think it is. It's got to be done. It will be. But it's got to be played very smartly. And with that, I'm going to open it up. Do you have any questions or comments from the weekend? Now's the time to start getting them in there, Ellen. Anybody throwing anything at us so far?
Yes, but I've got a couple that we're going to start with. My privilege. The problem with the southern border, one of the things that I thought about a lot over the weekend and had a couple discussions about was what's going on the northern border. It concerned me that Trudeau is opening Canada with welcoming arms to the Muslim community. And, my fear is, what do we do about the northern border? It's so easy for them to just walk through the woods and come on in. That's good to know.
There's virtually nothing to stop Muslims from coming into Mexico through various different ways and then coming up their border. Even though it looks as though Canada is welcoming Muslims with open arms, as they are to some degree, there still is a process. There's no process on the southern border. There's no process in Mexico, Honduras, Guatemala. There's no process. It's just an open door. And I assure you, there's Muslims, people wanting to come here illegally, they're going to take, by the nature of who they are, they're going to take the path of least resistance. And right now, the path of least resistance is our southern border. What else?
Okay, how can Trump stop illegals from voting in 2020? The Democrats keep importing votes until they have enough. Why is this not a clear and present danger to America?
Well, it is a clear and present danger to America. But once again, voting at the federal level is to be determined by Congress, and it has to be signed by the president. And until such a law is passed, making it illegal for illegals to vote in a federal election that has been signed by the president of the United States, it hasn't. Now, we all know that some states are working to legalize it in their state. And it's going to cause a heck of a lot of people going those federal ballots are on the same ballot, or federal races are on the same ballot as state and local races. So how are you going to know when somebody comes in that's illegal and votes for a federal election in addition to state? But then it even gets kinkier than that. How do you regulate, Mary Ellen, illegals voting? How? Now, number one, they're not illegal, so they don't exist. So what are they going to have to do? They're going to have to come in and say who they are and tell where they live to justify them being illegal in this state and in this community, allowing them to vote. I don't think any of them are going to do that. So if they don't do that and you don't want that to happen, then you're telling me states are just going to let people walk in and vote with no regulations, no proof, no nothing, then hey, then anybody can vote 100 times. People can just go from precinct to precinct and precinct and just keep voting over and over and over again. There'll be nothing to stop them.
Larry, I heard today that California law allows somebody to vote. If they move, they can vote where they did live and where they're moving to with a paper ballot. They can get a paper absentee ballot and vote that and go into the precinct and vote. So they are allowing double vote.
You do that now. It's not legal. And I don't believe California's passing any such law.
Okay. Yeah, I know they're doing that now. That was my concern.
I mean, people are doing all things to vote illegally. But I don't believe any state's going to pass a law like that. I just don't. Even California, if anybody would, it would be them. I'll admit that. But I don't think they have yet. What else you got?
Hang on, I gotta did that one.
Hello?
I'm coming just a second. If we're under martial law, can the election be postponed?
If under martial law, the election will be postponed. Martial law does not facilitate elections. Under FEMA provisional government, there will be no election. So that's all. That went real fast. You're not going to have elections under martial law. And by the way, folks, one thing I do want to remind you, just because you see on the internet that California does this, that, or the other, or somebody says this, that, or the other, or somebody's got proof of this, that, or the other, does not make it so. Please. I'm not lambasting anybody. I'm just saying that just because somebody says it on the internet does not make it so. We are suffering from a situation in a mental state, frame of mind, most of us older people, that goes all the way back to the 50s and before. Used to, when I was growing up, and most of you, many of you, if you saw something in the paper, it had to be true. You saw it in print. It wasn't true. Somebody gets sued. Right? That does not exist today. But it's hard at first glance not to go with what you've been brought up with. Folks, just because you see it on the internet does not make it so. It doesn't. Don't believe it. Verify it for yourself. But yeah.
Well, I think that's why we bring our questions to you, Larry. Somebody suggested that we're under a form of martial law right now, but maybe what we're more under is a form of socialism right now.
Say that again. Right now.
Somebody suggested that we are already under a form of martial law.
Well, I think you're right here on more than a form of martial law. We're in the early throes of socialism. Many of the tactics, many of the rules, many of the policies, much of the media, not all, much of the media, we're a socialist country. The media is a controlled organization. In a socialist country, the media is simply a PR fund for the government. In our case, it doesn't necessarily represent the government, but it does represent the deep state. It can't be trusted anymore. What I am at a loss of thinking and trying to figure out is, can there ever be a day? And I don't know the answer to these guys. Maybe you do. Can there ever be a day when we can have a place that we can go and get the absolute truth? Can there ever be a day again? Is there ever a day that could come in the future when we could trust the media again? The internet is going to get shut down to conservative views and opinions. That's going to stop. There's going to be nothing anybody can do about it. Not during the time of the campaign. The internet's just going to get worse. The internet's just going to be a toy for the deep state and the evil empire or the socialists. It's just going to be a toy for them to use to play with us. See us running from one place to another until we wear it down and then just look up and quit. The internet's going to be used by the deep state and the socialists to bust up families, to bust up friendships, to bust up relationships. Whole communities will fall apart thanks to the internet. If anything, in reference to our being some form of martial law, I would say we are very close to duplicating again the pre-Civil War period, where the nation was divided, people were divided, families were divided, so much so that it ended up in war. What you got?
Isn't it time to pull out of the UN, the seat of globalism? Is the UN a bigger threat than China or Russia? And who's running it?
The UN is not a bigger threat than China or Russia. We can pull out of the UN. And I believe there will be a day, when our participation with the UN will become so secluded that we pull out. It will come. It has to come. But the reason it's not as big a threat as China and Russia, and we can't get rid of China. We can't get rid of Russia. And they are enemies. So no, they're not as big. We should pull out of the UN immediately. But there are ramifications that our leadership, that the President of the United States, there are ramifications, folks, that you and I don't think about, maybe don't know about. There are some difficulties in just canceling and pulling out of there. Everything is not as easy as it seems to us it should be. There are complex issues, complicated situations, and above all else, there are unintended consequences that have to be checked. What you got?
What would be the best quote ammo that we can use against people who want to vote for Biden?
What would be the best thing to use people that want to vote for Biden? Here's the problem. The people that want to vote for Biden, by and large, now listen to me, all of you. And by the way, this is my opinion. You hear me? My opinion. The people that are going to vote for Joe Biden are not voting for Joe Biden. They are much that they would vote for a rattlesnake before they would vote for Trump. So if that's true, to be honest, this is what we've talked about before. Don't waste your breath. Don't waste your time. That's not what we're going to be able to be effective. Aim your energy, aim your ammo at people that are basically for Trump, but just aren't very energetic and not go vote. Actually, you've got to use your ammunition. Please do not make that mistake. If you go for people that would be for Biden and try to get government, you're going to get very disillusioned very quickly. You have to become one of the people that don't want to go vote. But yeah.
Here's somebody saying our border is not secure. There's confiscation of guns by red flag laws, no First Amendment, all this under Trump. The USMCA is now the same as NAFTA too. So he sounds very anti-Trump.
By the way, that person, these numbers started under Obama for the border. And MCA is not NAFTA. There are some things that are the same. The crux of it is not. But and arguing with that person is wasted time. But you got it.
Okay, somebody's asking if you know why these people from other countries are coming in with such hatred towards America.
You know, that's probably this question of all. I don't know. Why would you leave where you are and come to a country you hate? Does that make sense to anybody? Does it? Now, I understand there are people that hate the country they're in because they're going nowhere. They can't find work. If they do find work, they get no pay. And they want to come to America, and then they're just not over because they want America to be a giving place that's supposed to give them a lot more than what they think they're getting, so they become disillusioned. But I don't know why. That's my whole point to the Hispanic Latino community. Why? Why do you come here running from socialism and communism and dictators? Why do you come here and then vote to bring back that you just left and ran away from here? It makes no sense. But I guess that's just a question for everybody to think about. I don't know that there is an answer. Certainly not by me. What you got?
Here's somebody who says people from south of the border dislike the Latinos from here more than anything else because we were born here. What do you think about the next question? What do you think about Donald Trump Jr.?
I don't think about it. I don't know that I see, me personally, I don't see that Donald Trump Jr. is in a position where he is affecting my life in any way. Maybe he is, and I don't have enough sense to know it. But I don't think so. I don't think about him. I don't think about his daughter. I don't think about his two sons. I do think about Jared Kushner. I do. Why? Because he's doing a lot of the negotiating, putting together a lot of rules or whatever you want to call it. It concerns me. But the rest of them, no, don't bother me. I wouldn't let them bother you either. What you got?
That's it.
I'm sorry.
That's all.
Okay. You know, guys, remember the things that are important. Please, when we come here every day, remember the things that are important. Remember the goal. The goal is to save our country. No socialism. It is real. It's out there. And it's growing. And just because they stopped talking about it, I warned you they were going to, and they have. You'll notice now. Haven't all of you noticed now that isn't it odd that the Democrats are not shoving it down your face every day about socialism, that you don't hear from that AOC woman every day? Think about it. They're still saying the same things. You're just not hearing about it now. They're doing it for a purpose. The purpose is to try to make it go away. They don't want you to think about it. They don't want you to think it's there and we should be afraid of it. That was the gift they gave us. And now they're trying to take it back. Socialism is the enemy. It is. And anybody that promotes it, either directly or indirectly, is the enemy. The enemy of freedom. The enemy of our Constitution and our way of life. They are. I find it hard to say sometimes because you want to in America be open-minded, and we want to allow people to have their beliefs just as much as we have ours. I understand that's a natural tendency in America we have. Being an American, that's how we were brought up. But I'm telling you, it's different now. It's different. Oh, maybe not to your neighbor that hates Trump because they bought into all the crap the media has told you. Not your neighbor that thinks being a Democrat's the greatest thing on earth, the Republicans the worst thing. I'm not saying they are the enemy, but the people promoting it, the people in Congress, the people in government, the people trying to get in government that are promoting this stuff, they are the enemy. They're the enemy. It's one thing to be compassionate. It's one thing to take these wonderful pipe dreams of wouldn't it be great if every day we woke up and everybody is in Shangri-La. I know there are a lot of people that wish that, but it's not so. The devil is not capitalism. The devil is not capitalism. The devil is socialism. And whatever cover it has on it, it's still socialism. And it's going to destroy you. And it's going to destroy your family. I can promise you that. Not because I'm smart, because I read history. You know, if it has been tried somewhere effectively, you better show it to me. Better show it to me. And I know some people say Sweden and all these other places. No. Show me. Anybody else carry out?
No, but I'll say I've been to Scandinavia and I have stayed there many, many times for extended periods of time. And I wouldn't want that to be our way of life. Oh no, they promote it as the best this, the best that, for all kinds of things. I've been there. I disagree with what they claim is the best because I've experienced what the reality is.
Well, let me give you a quick test to back it up. What I said. You notice in all of the world, there's one country not any other nation on earth. Think about that. You want a blanket way to shut a lot of stuff down. Think about it. If we're so bad, if our system is so bad, then why are we the only country on earth right now that people are trying to come into by the thousands? Think about it. That's pretty well behind you down, doesn't it? Anything else, Dan?
Nope, that's it.
Well, I'm open for a couple more questions and then we will call it a day. You know, folks, it's crunch time. It truly is.
CBS, here's one, Mary. CBS is saying that France has the best socialized medicine, and it's the way, it's something we should emulate. But they've got the highest taxes in the world too.
Well, having been there a time or two, I can tell you, there's not a lot of people trying to gain citizenship in France. And if it's such a great healthcare system, then why do the rich in France, in other countries, by the way, that have socialized medicine, why do they come to America to get certain types of procedures? Why? I tell you why. It don't work. It just don't work. We socialize medicine, you better watch out, folks. All of a sudden, we're going to be short doctors, nurses, and we're going to have hospitals that are just bulging, and then they will start closing, or we will be starting to get taxed heavily to support the health services department in this country. Better hold on, that's coming. You go socialize medicine, I swear to God, that's coming. There's no way that the government can run healthcare. Anything the government touches, damn it, anything the government touches, it ruins. Post office, can't say that's efficiently run. VA, can't get the education. You want your health care to be systematically controlled as our education system is. You want to know how good that's working? Take any test where they compare homeschool children to children that have gone to public schools, and guess what? The homeschool children continually, consistently gets better. And the homeschool students are usually taught by their parents who are not teachers certified in those. Is that what you want? You want to go to a doctor to work on your brain? They give you the same result as the teachers do with our kids. Second rate. Don't kid yourself. Please don't kid yourself. And help me, help us not make the greatest mistake we can make in our generation. And that is to lose private health care. That would be the biggest. One of the biggest, I guess, we're making some money, I guess you can't say that. It's a country, folks. We haven't lost. And if we don't quit fighting, we won't lose. If we give up, finished. We're finished. And I'd like somebody to send in a message right quick that you're with me, that you're not going to give up. That you're going to keep fighting, no matter what. Sometimes it helps Mary Ellen and I'm just to know that there are people out there listening to us. That feel as we do. As strongly as we do. Are you there? Are you really there?
Here's a question. Couple questions about Trump family. Is Kushner a liberal working on the inside? And did Trump try to get Kelly to fire his family members?
I don't know about Kelly trying to fire somebody. And Kushner can be of any persuasion he wants to be. I look to Trump, President Trump says I look to. Now who he uses to help him put the things together, that's his business. I will judge President Trump. I wish yes, I would be good. I will judge President Trump by what he does and what he proposes. That's what I'll do. I'm going to tell you that Friday night I was a part of a gathering. There was maybe 20 people at this dinner kind of thing that I was allowed to speak at through the phone. And folks, it seems to have gone wonderfully. That's what we need to be doing, holding parties, getting people together. Some of the people have not thought about some of the things that we talk about every day, you and I, on this phone. Believe it or not, there are a lot of people that don't know what we talk about every day, but don't know the things that you now know. We got to tell them. And that's the way to tell them. And that's the way to get people together and bolster up their courage to talk to others. And there are other meetings coming from that meeting. Thankfully, I hope, seems to be, we can do this. If we try. If we try. Regardless, no more questions, I guess.
Nope.
None. We did anything.
No, sir. No, just thank you. Your PayPal account is nicholslive@aol.com. You can certainly use help every single day and needs it very, very much.
Yeah, not remind you. Very few people have been helping any day. So if you can, please chip in. It's okay. Be a part of this. Help us, please.
Our last comment is we need good conservatives to run for every office in the land.
Yes, we do. I've said it before, I'll say it again. There is absolutely nothing wrong with our constitutional form of government, the one our founding fathers gave us. Nothing wrong even today. The Constitution's not outdated.